Guys, are you seeing this? Oh. Well, I was gonna say it was a masterpiece, but because I reset the thing, it's no longer there. It was all an illusion, and I never knew about it. But deep somewhere within that canvas, there's a masterpiece. Hey there guys, my name is Blake, also known as The Nerd, and welcome back to another episode of Hatsune Miku Project Mirai DX. With a little bit of voice crack, did you hear that? But last time, we sang and we smiled and we went out of the gravity with our 2 songs, and are you really going over to the campus again? Alrighty. Can we see this? I think we can. Is she gonna do another piece again? But we also saw the Mirai Estates, and we brought in Luca and talked about friendship. And I'm actually curious what she's gonna do with this. What is her masterpiece? I am not... I'm not touching anything until I see this. Oh wow, that was actually kind of cute. I have never seen the RPAT stuff before, so that's actually my first time seeing it. Wow, that's a lot of details. The last one was actually Kaito, so it's kind of interesting to have all the Vocaloids here. Oh, you're up close. Let's fix that. There we go. Let's look at that nice little Vocaloid background. So in this episode, speaking of sketches, because it looks like a sketch, good segment, I guess. One of the songs we're doing this episode is Mousou Sketch. And don't worry, it's not a sketchy song. It's one of the most popular songs of the Vocaloid, or in terms of Miku. Rock out, it is obsessive love song. Not only is the performance wild, but the stage itself will blow your mind. Don't we know, blow our ears out? Because from the looks of it, it looks like it could be speakers. Actually, why am I doing on the duo screen when I should be on the single screen? Because I'm not going to go into tap mode, I'm actually going to go into button mode and do it as normal. Which is going to be weird because the last episode I did them mostly on button mode and not, on tap mode and not button mode. But now I don't know whether I should split it up or whatnot. But I might as well also go for another auto spin since I have the credits anyway, since I don't quite remember where the spin things are, if there is any. If there isn't, this is a big waste of money. And if it is, then well, if it isn't a waste of spins and actually is rainbows, then I made a good choice. Either way, I'm spending play coins and shaking my 2DS up and down some more after this episode, probably. So, either way, it's a win-lose situation. Oh, by the way, this song is from 540 MP, so 2 of them from this artist so far, which is pretty nice. Look at that nice and Doctor Who outfit. That part always confuses me for some reason. Crap! Okay, Smooth was a good choice. Well, it was a good choice, and then I messed up somehow because I lost focus and concentration for like a split second, and it caused me to mash buttons like nonsense. Of course. I think I forgot to mention this, but in translation, Mousou Sketch is Delusion Sketch. Forgot to mention in the beginning, of course. And of course, stuttering in the middle of stuff. Wait! Crap! Let me guess, that was like 3 out of like the 10 SPs missed? My gosh, what is up with me today? Make that 4 and or 5. Of course, like, of course it happens towards the end. Of course it happens towards the end. I was right. I thought it was 4, okay. I was right about the 3 thing, but... You're noticing a trend. Sometimes I do very well, and then it just falls down. But eventually we will climb up. It'll either be the next song or the next episode. We'll see about that, but... Yeah, you're noticing a nice little curve when it comes to this series, and I don't know why that is that way, but it's that way. Then again, like I mentioned before earlier on in the LP, a lot of the times this is my first time doing the songs normal, and even still with the experience I have with Future Tone and Diva X, still managed to mess up that much, but I guess like 9, oh no, 8. 8 compared to the others is... I guess? At least the goodness is I still got enough MP for stuff, so I'm pretty content with that. Wish it was an S+, though, but I'll take an S as well. That being said, though, that was actually pretty quick. I guess we have no choice now but to move on to 1925. Which again, fun fact, is another one of those songs that actually have all the Vocaloids. And each one have their own vocals. Duh, that's why they're called Vocaloids. They can literally sing their own, and I was gonna make a pun about that, but of course I messed that up, and it's like, it's nice. But I don't really have any details about this because it's been exclusive for a while. Maybe it started on Mirai too, I'm not really sure. But I guess it only makes sense that I put this on tap mode instead of duo mode. But of course, it is a popular tune with a rhythmical melody. Get in step and let's take a ride on the train of life. I've been training for this moment! I had to. I also like the title, it was 1925. I can't think of a pun within that one. Okay, I do know of a joke now. What do you call... I kind of messed up the joke. If I remember it, I'll share it, but it's going to be bad regardless. Even if I remember it, it will be bad. I don't care, I got the note at least. Stupid that it had to not count it for some reason. And why is it only that one part, of course? Okay, I'm actually upset that one particular part I gotta save when most of the other times, for some stupid reason, I missed it. How is that fair, game? How is that fair? Okay, tell me through all of that hectic bull that I had to go through at least 2 other times, it was worth it. How many SP did I miss? Oh, got all of them. Oh, that's perfect. Could've used that centuries ago, but no. There was one part at the beginning, towards the start of the bridge, towards the first part, where it was the sliding thing after you held the note. I kept missing that for some reason, even though I clearly slid it. I don't know what that was, but that was completely ridiculous. If you wanted me to get a little bit infuriated with the game and whatnot, there you go. This is kind of it right now, but holy crap, why? Why? Why is it like that? I mean, I'm not knocking on wood because the mechanic of the song, the fact that it's 4, it's great, it's kind of a good challenge for a normal song, but come on! What happened with me in this song was kind of rigged, and it shouldn't have happened the way it did, because I was perfectly structured and prepared for the notes. But the game thought I wasn't for some reason. I don't know what that is. It's probably the Let's Playing curse, I'm fully aware of that. And if it is, man, the Let's Playing curse just kicked me right in the ass during that one. At least I came out of that Let's Play curse in a triumph, because I came out on top with an S+, so there's always a silver lining to that one, and a nice positive spin, and a nice positive moral. That my basket is full and the newspapers fell out. Yes, that's exactly the moral. Okay, I was not expecting that to happen, but I'm kinda glad it did. Anyways, that was Delusion Sketch in 1925. So that means, pretty quickly-ish, I'll be quickly done in editing. For me, it'll be like, it's like on my 18-minute mark. That was all the songs I wanted to do for this episode. Again, keeping with the 2 songs per episode thing, but wait, really? What? What's my useless information today? Here's a nifty tip: when playing rhythm game in tap mode, you can score a big bonus if you keep the stylus down for multiple slide icons. I said that episodes ago! And now you're just informing the people and me of that? Like, why? Such inconvenient timing! Oh my god. Well, we now have the outfits for 1925. We also got, I think, like, profile cards for that as well, or is that only in, like, hard mode? I think it's only during hard mode that you get the profile cards. But that, what are we doing this episode that's particularly different? We pretty much covered almost everything, except for a couple things that I want to talk about at later points, since those will be a little bit longer. than anticipated. And most of them that I've gone through have been pretty short and to the point. I kind of want to keep that trend, however, there is nothing like this anymore here in the game. A lot of them would be long and kind of complicated. Well, not complicated, but pretty long to explain, as if I already don't take long enough to explain those things. But how about instead, we go outside of Mirai DX? And by that I mean, how about the Nintendo eShop itself? Because I actually do want to talk about, yes, by the way, that's my Nintendo Network Ideas Blake's LP. This is my Let's Playing 3DS that I use for streamings and whatnot. Don't think I just called it that because of something else, but, that is my user ID, that is pretty much everything. But the eShop itself, if it'll actually load, there we go. I was worried there for a second there. But the eShop, in terms of, yes, this is also how you can tell I'm actually playing this on different days, because I'm pretty sure this is not available as of when this video is being uploaded. But getting back to the point, at certain parts, now I'm highlighted here on the sales thing, I wanted to talk about Mirai DX's price as of now and what it was in the past. It's not on here, but it kind of has a similar theme. Unless it's on here somehow, in which case it would be kind of interesting. Doesn't... Holy cow, that was something there. It doesn't look like it's on here, which is, thank goodness, because that would be kind of uninteresting, considering the price thing, but I will have to search it real quick, so give me a second. Alright, since it's not specifically under rhythm, let's look under Sega and music? What? Okay, how about just Sega, then? This is a weird search mechanic. I didn't think of this until now. But what was the 3DS system thinking with this? My gosh, this is kind of hard to find what I'm looking for. Tell me it's on here. Okay, Thor's on here, but what? Oh, wait a second. What? Wait, it's published by Sega USA? Hold on. A game from Japan is published by its American company, which I don't even think is on here. You're kidding. Is it really? Is it? Are you serious? That is seriously the most confusing thing ever. Okay, I was searching Sega this entire time. Because here I thought Sega was the one, like, not Sega USA, but just Sega period was the one that published Mirai DX. Only to find out that it was published by Sega USA of all things? Okay. Sure. I mean, I'm not gonna complain, you know, Sega logic probably might be just as bad as Nintendo logic, so I mean, not gonna complain all that much, but at least I found it finally. Man, it took quite a while to actually find this thing on the eShop. But, in terms of the prices, right now, if you're thinking about buying this game, you're looking at $19.99 for not a physical copy, but rather a digital copy. This was not the case almost 4 years ago here in the United States, because as of September, this would be its 4-year running on both the eShop and as a 3DS game in whole, whereas you're looking at Japan, it's been running for almost 6 years now. That's actually kind of a neat and interesting fact for those of you who've never played the game outside of Japan before. It's been around much longer no, I think the deluxe version was about the same as it was in the international release. So I could be wrong about that. I could 100% be totally wrong about this. But since I already purchased this game, doesn't really matter. It does come with a demo, so just in case you need some crucial information, or if we want to take a nice look at it, we'll be looking at the demo at a later point, so don't worry about that. You also got some screenshots here. which I think you can see also on the official Nintendo website. The one that you can also see the rating. 11 people gave it a 1 star. Man, those 11 people suck. Let me tell you that much. But the price of $19.99, it was never $19.99 as mentioned before, it was $39.99. It had been $39.99 for a while, and there would be a couple occasions where this game would actually be on sale. How much of a sale? Well, in January 2016 and January of 2017, unless it only applied to January 17 and not 16, this would drop by $10 to $29.99 for a limited time, usually from January up until February of that year. I would notice because I actually had personal photos where I actually recommended people on Twitter to buy this game at the sale since it was a pretty good sale. So why is it now $19.99? Well, that's also an interesting history within that too, because January of last year, 2018, there was a sale of this for $19.99, which is $20 off. Now, I'm not sure if this was a bug and they decided to let it go onto this price, or if it was intended to be $20 afterwards, but ever since that sale, the price of Mirai DX has been $19.99, which, if you've never played this game, now is the perfect time to actually buy this game. All it is just one simple $20 eShop gift card away in case you actually do want to get it on the eShop, or it's just one click away if you have enough gold points. Use your gold points definitely for this one because, again, well, if you can use gold, I don't think you can use gold points on the 3DS games. I know this game now because the Switch is out. This game gives you at least 100 gold points, which is good for Switch games or anything related to Nintendo Switch in case you need it. So if you're looking for a nice Mii outfit whenever they come out for Smash Ultimate, might want to wait a little bit to get Mirai DX and then get yourself a free Mii outfit with that. Watch Miku's actually a Mii outfit in Smash Ultimate. That would actually be really cool. I'm not gonna lie. But there's a little bit of significant history. Now, as to why, again, it would be $19.99, I have two theories as to why it would be this price instead of going back to $39.99. My first guess is that Sega and Nintendo knew that it sold so well during the sale periods that they decided to keep it at a pretty low price for anyone to go buy. Or, actually, no, there's three of them. I just explained the first one. Second one is they knew the sales of Mirai DX wasn't really going that well, and they know that fans who played it really loved it, so they wanted to make sure they got as many people as possible to buy this game, so they pushed it out. They pushed out the sale and made it permanent. Or the third thing, and I think this would make the most sense that was the case. Physical copies of this game are very rare to come across nowadays. In 2015, this was no problem since you could go to literally any store that sold video games, most common GameStop, also Walmart, Target, and Mirai DX would be available. Not so much nowadays. Nowadays, if you come across a physical copy, consider yourself lucky because that is how rare these are. And it doesn't just apply to Mirai DX, it applies to all the Project Diva games on the PS lineups that were released internationally, that being Project Diva F, F2, X, all those you can find physical copies. Consider yourself very lucky that you were able to purchase it. I know I feel that way because I have a physical copy of Diva X when it came out as a physical copy. Nowadays, if you really wanted to play one of those, it would have to be digital since it is the easiest and probably, nowadays, the most common way to play these games, which is quite unfortunate because the physical copy actually did come with a few cool things, much like Project Diva X came with a little cool sunglasses pouch. Mirai DX actually came with a wallet chain and AR cards. I'll explain AR cards. I want to say later on in the future. I was actually looking at my notes to make sure I knew exactly what I was talking about and that I wasn't going over. But it is sad to see these things very rare outside of Japan. If this was in Japan, you probably might have an easier time finding these, but then again, you'd also have to buy a Japanese 3DS and buy the game from Japan and set up stuff in Japanese, which would be kind of awkward in case you didn't know the language and whatnot, and play it against theirs, but if you wanted to buy it in English, this would be your only way, unless of course, again, you are very lucky to find a physical copy, which I never knew how much new physical copies were that were never unplayed nowadays. If you find a physical copy that is used, you're looking around probably about the same price, either lower or about the same price as release day of Mirai DX. But if you're looking for a brand new set with an unopened game, all of the AR cards, and the wallet chain, I looked this up thanks to my friend who actually had a list, her Amazon list, on her Discord server with her users. On that list was Mirai DX. And for everything I mentioned, you're looking at over $95 just for that alone. Yeah, so if you want a nice way to use your Benjamin Franklin instead of saving it for like groceries or whatnot, I guess go nuts. Go nuts, have fun looking for that specific thing. I wouldn't really recommend it, and once again, I recommend getting the digital version since it is the cheapest way you can get it, plus it's conveniently right there, just in case you want to play it, and, you know, you want to switch over to, like, maybe you have a physical cartridge of Pokemon, or you have, like, a physical cartridge of other games, you can just conveniently switch between the two. This is, after all, the age where anything is possible in terms of physical and digital content. I think I've rambled on for too long, because there's actually something else on here, and that is the trailer, which I think is the same trailer as you can find on YouTube. Not really sure. Haven't watched this yet, so this should be interesting. We're learning something together. Oh. Okay, is everyone turning up? Well, it does kind of spoil some of the songs that we'll be playing in the near future, so, I mean, there's that. And it also just explained everything I've already explained beforehand, but I feel like you can also see this on YouTube. Hey, who remembers that song? I already explained that. I guess this is kind of a nice review in case you need it, but this is also 4 minutes, holy crap. Visually looks nice, don't get me wrong. Okay, fall in love with Miku's Android look. Was I right on that 48? I think I was. Or was I off by a couple? I'm not sure. You know, your room. I don't think I've explained the playlist thing. I'll have to do that at some point, so... That's a good thing I'm looking at this trailer, then. Oh wait, this isn't the same. Yeah, you can watch this on YouTube. It'd just be better quality. That's right. I'm like looking at it and I was like, oh wait a second, I remember watching this on YouTube. But it is there in case if you're considering purchasing it, which if you're going to purchase it, I highly recommend. Sorry for talking over this video for a bit. I highly recommend checking out the demo first. We'll be going over that as well at some point. But check out the demo first, because there's a couple songs on there. And then sing for yourself if you want to get the full game. I'm just going to say off the bat, highly recommend you pick up this game if possible, because, again, it's a really low price right now. It's $20, one eShop card, and you'll be falling in love. If you're into rhythm games, you will be. Just thought I'd point that out now before I forget at some point in the future. And there was the initial release date. Wait. That was in Europe. Wait, the date of that is wrong. Hold on. That was the release date of that in Europe. Because in North America, it came out September 8th. Yeah, it even says on that on there. So, wait a second. Did the eShop version just cut from the European version and just slapped on everyone 10 and up? What? Okay, I never knew that. But speaking of Europe, this is the oddest rating I've ever heard from anything in Europe. Because Mirai DX being rated everyone 10 and up here makes sense. There's some lyrics on here, if I can go down to the reason it's rated everyone 10 and up. Wait a second. Wait. What genre is this? Hold on. Rhythm! Okay, I wasn't sure about that. Also, it doesn't show you exactly the rating of this, or the reason it's rated, but it mostly has to do with lyrics. But for whatever reason, in Europe, this is rated Peggy 3. Yeah, I explained a little bit of this beforehand, but when we were going over in post-narration form, I was talking about this just for a little bit. There are lyrics that no little kid should be listening to, and yet Europe has the guts to say, nope, 3-year-olds should listen to that. I'm all for kids playing any sort of game, but why did you give it a Peggy 3 rating when there's lyrics that no little kid should be listening to? Peggy 7 makes a lot more sense than Peggy 3. The more I think about it, the more my head's gonna hurt, so I'm gonna head back to Mirai DX and we'll probably do something there to wrap up this episode, or just wrap it up there entirely. We'll see. Wait, I have news already? Oh, it's pretty much the same thing. Okay. Also, that canvas is blank now, so unfortunately, she hasn't really done much anyways. Well, I'm assuming she's gonna be doing her own thing anyways, so I guess they'll do it here for this episode. I really was probably gonna do something else, but then I realized that would have made the episode a bit too long, so... And I already rambled on long enough about the eShop prices, and we took a look at some of the things on the eShop, so if you are interested in actually purchasing it, either do so on the eShop if you can go through the really cheesy search system that the eShop has. Don't know what they were thinking with the search thing. You can't just, search actual, titles and whatnot. I guess it's... Looking back at the Nintendo eShop, one of my major complaints is, if you're going to search, you have to search either by, you have to know the publishing company, or you have to know the genre, and sometimes it doesn't pop up or anything like that. But aside from that, Lucas is over here doing her own thing over here. I don't know what she's looking at. Just doing that for some reason. But we also did play Mousou Sketch in 1925. I apologize if that's the only things we did in terms of Mirai DX, but the price thing was something I wanted to talk about for a long time because it did have interesting history. So now hopefully the price does convince you. And again, if you do want to check it out, I'll provide you guys with an eShop link down in the description below. Even that will tell you it's $19.99. I forgot to mention that a little earlier. But with that being said, I think it's perfect time to get out of here. Luca is looking all bored and whatnot, even though she has a Sakura Miku right there. Actually, they almost have the same hair. Anyways, with all that being said though, my name is Blake, also known as The Nerd, and I will see you guys in my next video. Oh my gosh, she has to walk all the way over here. So, until we meet again, do remember to take care, and remember to walk a good distance for your dreams. Just like Luca has, for me. You did it! Take care.